right, let's get removing here. Not the, where was I? All right, so quads today, well, legs in general today. Got Lang hamstring curls. Then I think we're going to move on to probably hips. I think that would be a good little addition to the day. Gonna try to think, maybe throw in a little leg press. Not sure yet. Leg press would be a good addition to really bias, well, either quad or hamstring, depending on where I put my feet. Higher I go, more I bias the hamstrings, lower I go. I can make it more of like sissy squat form. Really just kind of like get a really nice tight, a lot of tension down into my quads. Definitely going to do something for calves. Calves will be part of a warm up, but not like full sets. They'll be warm up as in like just get my lower half ready. On top of that, I think I'll put, I don't know, some form of like a calf raise is definitely going to be in there. Yeah, not a whole lot I need to do today, but then I got to throw in core as well because I like doing core after legs. Keeps me pretty involved with, it keeps me on a very routine schedule. Excuse me. For core, I'm probably just going to do something along the lines of some form like weighted Russian twist. Probably sit-ups on the, I forget the name of it, but you lay parallel to the ground, but you're elevated. I can't remember its name right now. Really just focus on tightening my core and then at the bottom stretching it. You know, I see people do squats all the time, and I personally don't know which is better for you to do, is to do like 90 or go past 90. I don't really know the difference for that, but I think I'm definitely going to put myself in a spot where I can go below 90, really sit my butt to my calves really well. I've never hit that light. Yeah, but I really like to get, I personally like getting really deep in my squats. Gotta see how my knee's feeling though, because I have a problem with my knee where there's cartilage that never grew correctly onto the bone, and it like formed in between it, so it makes it really prone. It's very prone to, it's very sensitive, and doesn't feel the best. Yeah, I really just want to do something really regarding legs, like, because I feel like legs are really hard to push. Like, of all workouts, legs are very hard to push to like absolute failure, because like, whereas like biceps, chest, back, literally anything like that, I feel like it's way easier to push to failure. I think it comes from your legs being such big muscles that it's actually really hard to just mentally go through and keep just putting stuff down. Yeah, legs are just, I think, the hardest thing to train right next to core, just discipline wise. They take a lot of determination, dedication, and discipline. You gotta like, because to get to failure with legs, any part of your leg, I think, takes so much effort. Like when I'm doing leg extensions, I gotta dig very deep for those last 2-3 reps. They're very, and those are the most crucial reps in my opinion. I feel like that's where you take it home. That's where it's like, hey, this is gonna be the make it or break it kind of part. Um, Yeah, like like leg extensions, it's actually, that's probably one of the most burning ones I feel. Hamstring curls I feel a lot too, but I don't think they're as bad as leg extensions. I will say calf raises have been really just burning my hamstring or my quads. Calf raises have been really burning my calves recently, and it's probably because I don't train calves all the time, like every leg day. I probably should, because it gives them about 2 weeks off, which is not ideal. Gotta say, now that the weather is getting better and it's getting warmer outside, I'm very happy, feel more upbeat, feel more alive, if that makes sense. Winter, everything feels just wow, everything feels just so dead and just boring and iffy. But summer is amazing. I feel like I can just really dig into every exercise I really want to, and just really like get like really good stretches, really good lifts. Like yesterday for buys, I started with normal curls. A little more traditional in that sense. I love starting with traditional curls, but I went to spider curls and then uh, straight bar curls. Started with 45s, and they've never just moved that well for me. They feel great. Moved them for 12, and it was 8, 9 after that. Next set, and then my third set, I moved down to 35 just to get a couple more reps in. Really feel it. Man, I can't wait. Tomorrow, uh, my suction mount actually comes in, so I can stabilize these videos better in the car. Put it to the windshield, and it'll just be easier to manage with. And they're not bad. They're not super expensive. I think this one was like $50. Not bad at all. You just literally stick it up to the windshield, and then it mounts, and it has like a little gimbal on it, so it'll stabilize it'll try its best to stabilize your camera. And then the camera I have has a stabilizer in it as well. I really think about what I want to do today, as in like I really got to decide if I want to do leg press or not. Because leg press, don't get me wrong, it's a great exercise. Love it. I just don't know, because like I said, my knee, if I put any kind of like big stretch on my quad, it kind of like messes with it to a point, which isn't super ideal. Yeah, but I'm just going to cut basically to some nice warm-ups. Sorry, not warm-ups, but I'm going to skip past my warm-ups, get straight into my heavier sets. Really just get it deep here. My squats, I need to get it deep. I really want to, because I think honestly squats are one of my biggest openers, like compound lifts wise. I feel like during leg day, they're probably one of the most important things for me, because that sets me off how I'm feeling for the day, how I'm gonna do for the day. And not just that, I feel like it takes so much energy to do them too. You gotta be in the right mind to do squats. Start with the first set of 225. Looking for about 12 reps. Let's get into it. This one set down. Probably put up to 245. With some depth, looking for 8 to 10 there. Yeah, squats are always so rough to do, but they're so beneficial. Probably the best compound lift in my book is a squat. But enough said. Let's do the second set here. All right. One more. Come on. Oh man. Nice little set right in the 8 range. 8 to 10 is my favorite range to work in. Oh. Oh man. About a year ago, I couldn't even hit 185 at 90. So, though it's not a lot of weight on the bar, it's only 245. Still a huge improvement for me. Get below 90 almost every time. I'm doing way more than I was. That's all I can ask for. Stick with this, I think. Do one more good set. Moving over to RDLs. Man. My legs got the strength to do it. It's more my core. My core doesn't stay tight enough for these. So you can see probably through my set, I kind of drop. You see my back start faltering and get that C shape. You don't want that when you're squatting. Harden your back until you hurt something. All right, I gotta hit this set real quick. One more. Come on. Thank you. Always the hardest compound, I think. Probably gonna do 2 sets of about 8 for this. Already not my favorite. My left hamstring's kind of feeling iffy right now, so I'm only gonna do about 7, whatever that is. Nah, that was too easy. We'll go up by throwing maybe 25. Alright, bumped it up to 275. Looking for 8 good form RDLs. Go further if I can. I didn't refill my water because I needed to refill, but let's get into it. It's perfect weight. Felt very good. Alright, I'm gonna take the weight off this bar. I'm gonna take the weight off this bar real quick. Then we'll head over to other leg extensions. Yeah. Alright. Leg extensions next. Probably gonna do like start with, see how my quads feel. Maybe start with about 240. So about 240. Looking for about 8. Could be iffy though. Alright. Not quite yet. Back down to 225. Yeah, I really gotta prioritizing the bottom stretch and the squeeze at the top. I wasn't really getting that with 240. No biggie. Still got 2 more sets to make it up. No biggie. Yeah, but I like to hit at least the 8 mark for good quality reps. If I can, go higher. Man, there's RDLs. Tore my hands apart. Can't really see it, but tore them. Might drop set this with about 200. dropping it to 200 pounds. Breathe for a second. All right, 3 more good ones. Nope. Actually, no, I like that. Well, I love chest days. Leg days might be an equal with it, just solely because I love big legs. They just look so good. When they're big legs, well defined, can't beat it. What I'm doing is trying to get them big legs because I do not have big legs. I never really did. But enough of the sob story. Let's move up here to do this last set at 200 and probably drop a little bit more. Drop me real quick. 180. We'll say it is quite the adjustment coming back from a different leg extension machine from OU's. No, I don't mind it. Kind of like this one more. All right, I'm gonna head over to hamstring curls now. All right, next up on the list, leg hamstring curls. Yeah, not much to say about them, just gotta do them. I think I'll try. So it's 130. See how it goes. Drop it real quick. Yeah, that felt really good. Like that a lot, actually. That was a very good set. Yeah, I'm gonna do this next one, this next set. Might drop set it off, so I don't know yet. See how the hamstrings feel going up and down on this. Really try not to rock on these and use momentum to get it up, because momentum, if I'm using momentum to help me, I'm not exerting full force myself on my rotation or my pivot point. I'm trying to contract my hamstrings. If I don't do that, if I use momentum, I'm not doing that as effectively, which will not be good in the long run. But let's do this next set. I'm down real quick here. Down to 95 actually. Gotta say, those I've missed the Lang hamstring curl machine. Makes my hamstrings feel like they're gonna explode, and I love it, but like in a good way. All right, next up, I'm gonna do hip abduction. That's what this is. Couldn't remember the names for it earlier. It should be good. Start at 200. See how it feels for today. There we go. All right, you sound like the present, so let's get moving. Yeah, this feels good. I think a good 2 sets of this, 2 sets of the opposite ones where you close your legs, and I'll probably be good to move on the core. Yeah, I started doing hip stuff because back in 9th grade I ripped both hip flexors playing baseball. And they have never really been the same since. This is on me. I didn't really train them enough to get them back to their norm. So, really just taking it seriously now, working hips, and I'll do something for my hip flexors today too. Probably off camera though, because those are kind of boring. Let's go to our next set here. Give a second here. Do like a couple more. Dang. I always burn so bad towards the end. Yeah, it was a good set. Appreciate that, this machine. But now I'm just gonna clean it and move over to the left one. All right. I already did my warm-up sets for you. I didn't have to sit there and watch those. But I'm gonna do as much as the machine offers for as many reps as I can for 2 sets. 16 or 17, I think. Maybe 16 and a half. Not bad. More water again. I always get through so much water on leg days. Not that I'm complaining. It's nice to go through a bunch of water. Right. More of this. Let's get here. Not quite 12, but it's alright. No big deal. Alright. Wipe down this machine. I'll move the calf raises. Alright. Can't really get a good camera angle for this one. Not a cam, but then I'm obstructing the space around here. I don't want to. I'm already enough of a nuisance in the way, anyways, so just rather not stay in the way. Ooh, yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate this calf raise machine a lot, actually. Going up to 600 is kind of a stretch, though. If you can do that, more power to you. I cannot do that. But what I can do is 200 with good form. So let's do that. Man, doing calves always just kind of like completely just takes it out of me. All right, I think try 200, maybe 220. Little 20-pound jump, 2 sets for this should be okay. All right, let's go. Always walk funny after these. All right, let's go do core. All right, I think I'm gonna start core off with these bad boys. Man, they do not make it easy to get your yeah, that'll work. All right. them, just the 12. 3 sets of 12 would be nice. All right, I got my 25. And now, just another probably 12, hopefully. Man, really just hits down here for me. Feels really good. All right, just for rep's sake here, I dropped down to a 10-pound. This is like my second time actually legitimately doing these. So it's a lot of trial and error when you start a new exercise that you're not familiar with. House and chains, love it. Slipping over. That feels blistered. Shot. Just a Russian twist. Ugh. Just a 20-pound. Nothing super heavy here because just kind of killed my core. Wish I had a place to... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. All right. That was really light. Let's get something a little heavier for that. All right. Grabbed a 35 for this next set. Should be pretty good. Man. Core is just feeling it right this second. All right. Dang. You know, those never get easier whenever I do them. Oh man, my shoe. Hello. No one told me my back pocket was out. Just had a buddy that I haven't seen since sophomore year in high school come up to me, and that was a nice little reunion. Good to see him again. Glad he's doing well. All right, one more here, one more set. Oh man.